And I guess we're live then.
Yes, sir.
Let's
get it.
Good. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mirror's Edge Catalyst, the sequel prequel of the original Mirror's Edge that we all know and love. It might be better, might be worse. I think it's better, but I'm Masku. I'll be doing the run for you today. Joining me on the commentary side will be Alex. Say hi.
Hello.
And also everybody's favorite, Hekathon.
Hello.
And start timer, right?
Did you?
Did you start timer? I'm sure. Yeah, whatever. You started.
Started the timer.
Good job.
Off to a good start. We got this.
But yeah, the very beginning of this run is the mission called Release, which is the hardest mission of the run. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and focus as much as I can on the skips, so we don't get too stuck in Release for the next 30 minutes. And Alex will try his best to explain all the skips happening.
My best indeed. So, rapid fire, just like if you're familiar with the first game mechanics, a lot of the same stuff. I think the biggest change is the dash mechanic called Shift, and it essentially gives you full speed with the press of a button, very similar to the sidestep, which is going to come into play during the first major skip of Release, which is the warehouse skip. We've got some wall boosts, of course. We'll go into more detail later on, but the warehouse skip coming up here is pretty cool. We're gonna go out of bounds a little bit, play around with some fun invisible platforms, and make our way to the top of the warehouse instead of taking 10 minutes to go through it. There we go. Hop on the platform. Yeah, so we just kind of like shimmy our way up, and dashing to the side while you're doing a wall climb allows you to kind of shimmy to the left, which allows us to get up on the ledge. Easy.
Easy peasy.
And then, so since we got some wall boost, it is pretty scary. Since we can wall boost, we're able to boost over the gap coming up here instead of some old school death abuse.
Whoa. Made it. Not even close. Nice. Don't worry about it.
I'm just barely behind. It scared me. So yeah, we just wall boost over the gap, and then we got a ledge board coming up, which is essentially you're able to get a springboard during a ledge grab animation. Just kind of boosts over the edge like that. Easy peasy. And then it abuses the corner of the platform. The game likes to like pull you in, kind of hold your hand a bit.
Good old hand-on mechanics the game has.
Yeah, easy mode. This is the easy version, the casual Mirror's Edge game.
Next up is gotta be a cool skip known as float, which is very self-explanatory. Basically what happens in this game, if you walk off the edge of the platform and crouch at the same time, the game gets a bit confused and keeps you in the crouch state, keeps floating around like this, and we just get float around slowly but surely. That allows us to
Flying squirrel.
Yeah, skip another warehouse. Followed by what is known as butt skip. We're gonna stick our butt through this door to trigger a checkpoint on the other side. Allows us to move forwards and skip the whole warehouse.
Don't skip cake day.
Never skip cake day. Whoop. This one try skip. Oh, I missed it. Barely missed it. Can't do anything about it. No, barely missed it. Skip we can only try once in the run. It's a window skip. Basically what happens there's a window that gives a little slow-mo animation. We can do a slow-mo animation. We get the wall run on the window before it breaks. And if you get just good enough wall run, we get through. Do a little corner wall climb here. Alex can explain corner wall climbs real quick.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just a wall run into a wall climb, but you can do it around a corner. So you're basically doing it on the same wall, but since it's around the corner, it allows you to do a wall climb. Normally, you can't do a wall run and a wall climb on the same wall.
Good stuff. Followed by one more ledge board, and surprisingly enough, this was pretty clean release, if I say so myself. A couple of B-hops there. I guess at this point it's good place to explain B-hops and wall boost.
Yeah, so you want to take it?
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, wall boost pretty simple. You get a wall run, and the game kind of sucks you in and gives you a boost of speed. And if you jump out during that boost of speed, you maintain the speed, and then you can bunny hop. That's how we get bunny hops in this game. You get that extra speed. Just press space at the right time. It's a very it's not difficult to bunny hop in this game. It's just kind of weird because they have the input threshold. So you can't just spam space. You gotta really time it.
Yeah, and unlike most other games where the B-hop happens the first frame you hit the ground, this game it happens like a couple frames after you hit the ground. It's also another instance that we can't use scroll wheel to do the B-hops. Used in most games.
Yeah, if you like hit space too early on a B-hop, doesn't like even if you're like not on the ground, then I'm pretty sure you just can't get a B-hop.
Yeah, right, and respectfully, first mission done. Once just one major flop, one skip, but that's good. But yeah,
That's a really nice race.
that was.
Yeah, buddy.
I am happy about that. Anybody want to go through the story of this?
Yeah, so we just got let out from prison on probation, and about 3 minutes after we left, right at the front door, we cut off our tag and went rogue. Ran all the way back home. So now we're just getting all of our stuff back together.
In the first clips of the skill tree, which funny enough, since we skipped all those warehouses in the run, you actually have to buy a combat upgrade, which you normally would get automatically after doing the mission, but since we skipped all the tutorials, the game doesn't actually give us the upgrade, so we have to buy it ourselves.
Yeah, you have to, usually you would use that skill point to buy pretty much the ability to buy other things in that menu. So right now everything else is locked, apart from those 2 skills which you would have got gifted in the tutorial.
Coming up, C boost. Take it, this is your baby. No, take it.
Yeah, so if you're familiar with the first game, and you know beamers and stuff, it's pretty much jumping while being transferred between 2 pieces of collision, because the game will give you like a burst of speed to seamlessly transition between them, otherwise it kind of looks janky. And you can just jump during that, what's the word I'm looking for?
Time frame. Also have to cut you off.
That'll do.
Cut you off real quick. We're going to back up. Never mind. We're going to get our first unintended or death of the run before we do that. That's a good time to cut you off, anyways. What we want to do here is a tutorial mission. What we want to do is do a little bit of backdash into the abyss. But right before we hit the death barrier here, then I actually hit teleport trigger. Teleports us to the first tutorial fight. At the same time as we hit the teleport trigger, we also skip a cutscene trigger, which makes this guard kind of just, stand around instead of actually trying to fight us.
Yeah, this messes up a lot more than you can see. And if you actually backtrack after this, which we don't do because it takes too much time, you will completely lose your player model and you'll be stuck in like no state. So you'll just have complete god mode, even through kill planes and stuff like that.
Nice. These are just basic tutorial combats where we just have to go through the guards as fast as we can. We danced around the first guard because the game wants us to dodge his attacks first and then beat him. Because he was standing still, we can't really dodge attacks, so we just dance around him. The game's like, yeah, that's good enough, go on. The rest of this fight is basically just knock out the guards as fast as possible. About the combat in the game, the fastest way to beat up guards is to either get momentum or height before kicking them, or kicking them into objects, each other. And yeah, that's basically the combat in a nutshell. You either kick them into something or jump from somewhere high and kick them in. Like this. Boom, instant knock. Or you can also pull them close to the edge and just kick them off. You don't actually kill them, we just knock them out. They're fine, trust me. Yeah, they're fine.
They'll be okay.
It'll be good. And then that was the first outside mission. And technically that was the second mission we do. Because the game would have wanted us to do this mission first. Also, pause buffering past slopes is a thing here. Alex knows how to explain this better.
Yeah, so it's just like every time you escape and come out, it kind of like resets your like position or stance or something maybe, and you're able to use the dash button to go up the slope, so you just buffer it.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible explanation, but the gist.
I'm pretty sure that's good.
Easy there. Leave my door.
And yeah, but the game wanted us to do this mission first. Put us another tutorial mission for dashes. Which are basically just time trials made by the devs, put all around the city. We'll be abusing dashes later on in the run. I'll talk about them more at that point, but for now it's basically just a time trial. Finish it. That's it. That's the mission. Tutorial for time trial.
Yeah, the first half of the game is pretty much a tutorial.
Yes. It's gonna be one more mission after this. That's just tutorial, but that we get to actually play the game as well. Sick wall boots as well. Excellent B-hops. Also, I don't know any other better ways of B-hopping other than, you know, smashing my spacebar real hard. That is the way I've always done it. I can't do any other ways. So,
the harder you smash it, the higher probability of getting it, of course.
Yes, exactly. So you'll be hearing a lot of spacebar mashing in this one. Don't worry about it. Get used to it. Also, another thing, this is an open world game, so this is what you'll be seeing a lot. A lot of loading screens of us teleporting to something. And one funny thing is in this game is, this what we're doing right now is called a mission abort. So basically every time you start a mission, you can redo any mission you've done already in the game. And when you start it, the game sets you up in like another location, which is basically where the mission starts. And if it's immediately abort the mission, we get to actually just go to the location where the mission is supposed to start. It's basically how it works, basically gist of it.
It took surprisingly long to figure that out. It was at least like 4 days after the game came out.
Imagine
I figured we could pretty much have poor man's fast travel. Just by loading missions and aborting them.
I feel lucky I didn't start running for like the first 2 weeks.
I had the first couple months before I came in. But yeah,
that... since the very beginning.
Yeah. Heck is through OG.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, this is the mission that allows to... It's just... quick combat, basically. What do you call it? Fast combat, quick combat, where you use the momentum to our advantage in the fights.
The game kind of misleads you into making you think you have to attack everyone. And by the way, you have to do a light attack. If you do a heavy one, you fail.
Exactly.
You actually only have to do it to 3 people, and then you can just go to the end.
Yep. Once again, because the game demos were very nice and convenient. Basically, the first like 5-6 missions, every time you do a mission, go back to the lair. Do another mission, head back to the lair. One more mission, back to the lair. So instead of doing all the Overwatch out, we just do release abort after another, after another, after another. And
you can actually unlock legit fast traveling by doing grid nodes, but they're pretty slow, and you only have to do one mandatory one.
Yeah, and they also come in later. So until then, we'll do mission aborts.
Yep.
It's annoying.
Just pretend.
Yeah, go on.
Just pretend like it's, you know, you got relationships with everyone in the lair, and you got to get your relationship bar up. You know, if you get it high enough, you can save them in the end mission, like Mass Effect.
I wish it actually, you know, people talk about Mass Effect ending being bad, but this game.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm just gonna say it's not that much better. Put it that way. Definitely not. The story is definitely not the strong point of this game. Also, another mission abort, the mission we did earlier, just to get a bit closer to the other mission start. You know, open world games and speedruns.
In addition to aborting missions from the menu, you can also just run too far away from them and it automatically does the same thing.
Exactly.
That only works for main and side missions, though, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
If you activate a dash, you just kind of get stuck in it forever.
Unless you do a trick called Massport, which we'll talk about later. Also, another cool collision boost here. If I can get it, I'll attempt it once.
We used to use a runaway abort here, but we changed to quitting to the menu, otherwise the time of day would break. Inside this place would just be unbelievably bright, and you can't see anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the worst, man.
It was so bad.
That's why we abort the mission from the old friends instead of running all the way back here. Also, elevator clip coming up. Alex, you want to take that?
Yeah, elevator clip, pretty simple. We're going to clip through the wall. Good?
Oh, yeah, we good. Just go on.
Okay. We're going to clip through the wall, get inside of the elevator shaft before the elevator comes up, and then we're going to be able to ride it up to the top. And we clip through by swinging on a swing pole, but if you turn to the side, you can actually just like pull yourself through the wall. And then you just let go at the right time. Easy.
Oh. Yeah. Instead of having to open the door slowly and then climb up here slowly. We can just clip through the elevator and ride the elevator up when we get to go. Yo. Also, that death you saw there, that was not my fault. The Fate just let go of the wall. That's definitely not on me. On Faith.
Someone put some skate wax on the window. Slipped off.
Happens sometimes.
Jacob left his noodle wax there.
Ooh. Oh god. Jacob.
Damn Jacob. Jacob Julie is slow.
Still running at 8%. 5 years.
All these years. Oh, that's don't worry about it. Mistakes here and there. Dude.
Yeah, these walls are kind of dumb. It's no big deal. It's a easy death. I'll just slip off, whatever.
I could also be manipulating RNG, but
this game takes a lot more care to take care of you as you play.
yes.
So, although I'm sure they meant well a lot of the time, when you are a bit more experienced and you don't need the help, it's more of a hindrance. And it can kind of just ruin your war runs and things you jump at. Just won't work.
Yeah, the good old hand-hold mechanics.
Yeah. Tries to assist you by pulling you into walls and bolting things.
I guess I'm more of a pessimist because I feel like they think you're dumb. They're just like, here, get on the wall.
I was trying to be polite.
Yeah,
but
that was trying to be polite, dude.
They expect you to suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from the elevator clip, the rest of the mission is just pure gameplay. Just be as fast as possible. Be helpful where you can. Just be as fast as you possibly can. No other little strats here. Fast.
Yeah, we're breaking in here to steal a recipe right now.
Oh yeah, that is true. We just stole the recipe as
from
well.
Energy drink.
Yeah.
Well, we came here to get a recipe and we accidentally stole a blueprint for like a doomsday device, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you would call it.
I mean, it is a doomsday device, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I guess show you real quick with it. There's a spy that broke in. We saw that. Now we follow the spy, and here he is stealing intel. And main bad guy from the game comes in and beats him up. But then we take the intel and run away. And now we're running away from the bad guys of this game, which is called Kruger's sake. I guess it's good to mention that as well. All these guards, all the people are known as Kruger's sake. They're their leader, Gabriel Kruger, is the big bad guy of the game. We'll see more later.
He also just skipped a slow motion section by looking in a specific place.
Yeah, that is true. Just look elsewhere
This
for
game-
slow-mo.
Yeah, this game has slow motion triggers, but you can just avoid them by not looking at them.
I think this is the only one we can avoid, right?
There's also one in release.
It'll be in a window, but that's old strats. You didn't see that, don't worry about it.
While we run back to the lair now to lose the heat, we could get a couple donations maybe.
Sure thing. Thanks for tagging me in. Yeah, we got a couple. We have $4 from Psycho that says, "Yes, Dr. T-Chops, you are really great." I think that was misspelled on purpose. If not, I'm so sorry. We also have $20 from Hypnotics that says Mazku Pog.
I agree. Massport is pog.
Missed this collision boost there, but okay, we'll see more of them later on. Yeah, once again, mission ends. Whoop-de-doo, ran back to the lair.
Yeah. The lair is like pretty much just a safe house. Whenever you go there, you just instantly lose all attention.
Yeah. That's how a lot of
And now
missions
he's
end.
buying. He used that skill point to buy the upgrade we were supposed to buy at the beginning, because this is the earliest time we can afford it. And I think you also got quick turn. Or did we get that later?
Quick turn is later. You got skill roll because somehow Faith it took 2 years in juvie and forgot how to roll.
I'm pretty old. I haven't played in a while. I'm a bit outdated.
It's actually I think we just changed this up recently. We used to get quick turn there and then skill roll after,
It's good to see you too.
Yeah.
Keep this up, I swear you'll be dead.
but it's just a little faster.
Well, that ends well. I got this.
Yeah, they introduced skills in this game, which a lot of people didn't like.
Most of them are
That's
literally
fine.
pointless. The upgrade which is bought is literally this, so we can roll instead of stumbling on the ground. That's one of the upgrades. Next upgrade we buy is quick turn off the wall, which is a basic ability in the game. First game. Also another C boost there. C boost, collision boost, C boost by shorter name. Don't get confused, it's C boost.
Yeah. I was just about to explain what it was, but we did that already.
I'm pretty sure I did that. Yeah, you did.
I guess if there's any new people, it's just warning over a piece of collision, and then you get added speed for a seamless transition, and you preserve that by jumping.
Yeah. Boss buffers up the slope again because that's convenient. This mission is basically a tutorial for security hubs, which is a more side mission in the game, which you don't actually have to do. After one more mission towards the end, but we'll talk about that when it comes in.
Yeah, we'll be doing really fun stuff with security hubs.
Yeah, the first security hub. These are forced fights. Although only this first one we're actually forced to fight. The next one we'll do funky stuff too. Do other things. We'll see later. This is one of the last few forced fights in the game.
That character was Nomad, by the way. Who they make clear has like a huge crush on you, but spoiler alert, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Story goes for the most characters.
Yeah.
It's again just like last mission. Oh, we have basic alert, so just under the closest safe house.
By the way, I forgot to tell you before you started, but you can stream the game in this channel too if you want me and Alex to have less delay.
What?
Wait, what?
Like if you wanted to like stream the game in the Discord channel, you can do that. I forgot to tell you earlier.
Nothing there.
Lower latency compared to the RTMP. But
Yeah.
while we're here, there is another donation I have if you guys got time.
Go ahead.
Excellent, thank you. We have $10 from Propagate that says, "Good luck to the absolute unit gamer Chad Mazku." So many adjectives. That's all I got. Thank
Still
you.
not enough.
More.
Yeah, more adjectives, please.
Why are you doing a dash, Masku?
Yes, right now we're doing a dash, which was introduced to earlier. You don't actually have to do this. This is completely optional. But we'll be using this dash later on in the run to an open world. We'll be teleporting it later to save time in the overworld travel. We'll go more into depth again when that happens. But for now, just know there's a purpose why I did that dash. I was gonna do another dash during this mission, which immediately see the rewards for that dash.
The
XP?
The dashes actually took off a good chunk of time from the run, right? It's like a good minute from dash teleports. Yeah.
Once again, we're in the lair.
You may notice the loading screens are a little bit long. That's actually because a chunk of them is artificial. There's like a couple of seconds tacked on the front and end just to absolutely make sure that everything is where it needs to be.
Yeah. Also another fun upgrade here called mag rope, which basically also swing around like Tarzan on the mag rope things. I think it would be a fun
upgrade. With Tarzan? Not Spider-Man? Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean Spider-Man, Tarzan, whatever you like.
Goodness.
It's up to you, up to your desires.
Spider-Man greater than Tarzan, you heard it here.
Which would be it's a cool, nice upgrade, but it's one of those things only allowed to use it in very certain points around the map to just basically get from one area to the other. That's it. That's all.
It's just kind of like the open world is kind of locked out until you get some specific mag rope upgrades. Just kind of like keeps you in little areas until later on.
Yeah, this is actually where the original beta ended.
Original beta that I got a key to, but I forgot to check my email, so I'll never actually get to play it. You do.
Yeah, it let you play all the way up until the mission back at the hub, and then you got to free roam.
Also, this is the. I guess there are 4 areas in the map. There's the second area we get to, called the Anchor. And right now we do another dash, like earlier.
This one has a pretty interesting name.
Donkey in the oven. Reference to, well, presumably reference to an oven donkey.
Yeah, so
Yeah, go on.
there's a Mirror's Edge 1 speedrunner called Zubbet, who was from Sweden. Presumably that's why he was contacted. He was very good at that game, so they hired him to QA this game, and each developer got to name a dash, and he chose Donkey in an Oven, which is a reference to the Mirror's Edge 1 guy called Oven Donkey.
State your name and business. You have 5 seconds.
Stories.
Yeah.
Now the dash we
All
just
the inside knowledge.
The dash we just did earlier, we're now gonna teleport to the dash, and normally, you know, you're only allowed to teleport to the dash after you've done them. That's why we have to do them first, of course. Normally when you teleport to a dash, you can teleport to them whenever you want. Whatever year after you've done it, you can teleport, whatever. But after you're done with the dash, normally the game teleports you back to where you came from. Back where you started the dash, which is no good, we don't like that, of course. But there's a technique in the game found by yours truly, which by its name, Massport. Which basically, whenever we get to a forced interaction in the game, and right now I'm gonna press a button here as a little animation to it, and if I cancel the challenge during the animation, you actually get to stay here instead of teleporting around. Also, I'm gonna clip through an elevator here, but hanging on to a invisible swing there. I don't know why it exists. Basically, we start a mission called Savant, and normally we're supposed to ride the elevator all the way up there, swing across the building, then slowly make our way down the building and do a couple of forced fights and all that, you know. Long mission. But instead we could just do this, flip through the elevator, up the roof, and why not? Right now we're at the end of the mission. This is where the mission ends. And luckily for us, there's a little override trigger at the end of this stairway. One moment we touch it like this. There we go. Then the game thinks, oh yeah, you did the whole mission, alright, just end the mission, let's go. Mission is over.
You have to be very careful though, because if you go too far up the stairs, you'll hit a death barrier, which doesn't sound too bad, but you'll also get locked in an infinite loading screen, where you just spawn and then die. So
I've run this game for 5 years and I had no idea that was a thing. Thank you.
Same.
yeah, it's a complete hard lock.
Yeah. Well, that mission is normally, you know, like 4 minutes long with a forced fighting and all that, but we just go to the elevator, get to the end, and the IL of it is like 16 seconds. Very short mission.
I think that was the first mission we discovered a big skip for. And it was so slow because you would take the elevator to the top and then float down to that part where you skip.
No, the OG way of doing it. Oh. Right now we're doing one of those missions Heki mentioned earlier, called Grid Node. Grid Node on his mission name. Basically these are the grid nodes we gotta connect ourselves into, then this allows us to fast travel in the area where the grid node is. There are 4 grid nodes, because like I said earlier, there are 4 different areas for the game. First was downtown where we started, now we're in the Anchor. Then we have Development Zone, and the last is the View. That's a nice view, so very good name.
No way.
Yeah. Usually we wouldn't bother with these, but you have to do this one.
I'll skip here. Can die first and then do it. No worries, no worries. It's not the easiest skip in the world, but yeah, we're supposed to climb into a slow vent real slow. Then we can just this land on a small edge here, and then we're supposed to press this button, and there's a nice little hole seam here by the correct angle. There we go, there we go. Press E through that, and it just pushes us through the window. It's just a big enough gap for us to at an angle to press the button through the wall, and allows us to skip like a slow 20-second vent going around.
That's one of my favorite ones.
I didn't know that it wasn't a clip until just recently. You're actually just there's a hole in the wall and you can actually get it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Hole in the wall. Through.
Just big enough.
You guys want to witness some terrorism?
Yeah, terrorism coming right up.
Yeah.
Big kaboom. Get most of it.
I don't remember why this is like blown up in regards to the story.
Yes,
Better go
I
boom boom.
think it was because the terrorist organization was Black November wants to overthrow the conglomerate. Basically Krugersec wants to overthrow Krugersec. West control the city.
So they blow up a shopping mall.
Yeah, they blow up a shopping mall for it. And yeah, good idea. This is how we overthrow government. That's basically the gist of it. Pretty sure that's how it goes, right? Something along those lines.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I think they were just trying to like open the eyes of the employees and by killing them for some reason.
Exactly. They even before the mission in the lore, they like disable all the security systems in the mall and all that, so nobody could be warned or helped or saved. Then they blow it up, probably killing a lot of just random citizens. Just terrorism.
Yeah, we're heading back to a safe house right now, just because, like we said earlier, pretty much just lose your whole wanted level when you go in one.
Yeah.
We're also gonna grab a side mission from this lovely lady Plastic, everyone's favorite. Have to wait a little bit for a menu and then open it, and then we can grab the side mission. But you'll find out why we get that
in a bit.
Pretty soon, I think.
One of those, like the dash, it's a side mission we don't actually have to do in order to finish the run, but it has some cool uses.
Yeah, has some quirks of helping us do a skip later, and it also teleports us closer to one of the objectives, ever so slightly.
Yeah. Now that we have fast travel, we don't actually have to release abort anymore to get to the lair. For now. Oh,
what skill did you just buy?
What? I bought
what
coil.
skill did you buy?
Coil upgrade, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the lair, the leader of the terrorist organization called Black November was there fighting with our mentor father and all that. But yeah.
Yeah, so see how we teleport here and we have to run kind of far. One of the benefits of activating this side mission is that we can just teleport directly to this and go to a mission behind it.
Also, there's a bit of a weird side mission as well. It has weird side effects. So at the end here, I grabbed this last checkpoint, but before that, I canceled the mission while I kept the checkpoint at the same time. So game gets a bit weird, goes into what you know is called Metagrid state. We'll come back to it a bit later. Basically, as I finished the mission, I aborted it, and the game's like confused. It pulls me back to where the mission starts, so we don't have to orbital travel as much, and also gives the Metagrid state, which heck, we'll get to later on in the run. We have a bit more time to do it again.
Yeah.
A lot of things we tease early, and then we'll do them later on in the run. So setting up for the parts of the run. New upgrade, aggro, which is instead of swinging around, it pulls us upwards.
This one's a story reward. We don't have to buy this one.
Yeah.
But we do have to take that back rope before the objective updates. You can also kind of break the game by opening the menu before it registers you have the thing.
Yep. Cool mission as benefactor. It's probably one of the coolest missions in the run as a runner to do, because it's purely just movement. A couple of skips at the end, but most just good movement over and over, which is a lot of fun to run through. Good fun.
And since you got coil, you're actually able to coil at the top of your jump, and it gives you just a little bit more height, and you're able to grab the top of these for some speed.
Exactly. Coil extension. I think is the official name of it. I'm not actually. I think it's coil extension. At the top of your jump. Probably just gives you a bit of extra height.
Yeah, so far our upgrade set only lets us do one wall run, but after this mission we can buy one that lets us do two, and a lot more opportunities will open up.
Nice to have to buy the upgrade to do 2 wall runs at once.
80% plus true category.
You have a cool little skip called vent skip coming up. I guess Alex can take over that.
Vent skip. So yeah, so we're pretty. It's just a clip, pretty much. We're gonna go out of bounds to get out of bounds. we're gonna go out of bounds here and fall down real far and get to the. It's an override checkpoint, right?
Yes.
I feel like it is, yeah. Out of bounds, and we drop down, and then we're just gonna kick, and it's gonna allow us to clip through the bottom of the vent instead of climbing all the way through and taking 30 seconds to just kind of shimmy around.
Yeah, kicking and punching in this game shrinks your hitbox, even though it doesn't look like it should, but when you're kicking, your hitbox is the same as crouching. So if you do that anywhere that you can crouch under, you'll just clip inside.
Nice.
That's what lets you get inside the vent.
This is why I brought you in, Nicky. I have good explanations for everything. Something I didn't know. That's what happens there. Let's do it.
I try.
Also, yeah, another little skip here called benefactor skip. Upturn 4. First of all, we do a triple wall climb, which for some reason works on this plank. And we do something called map turn, and then fail. Don't worry about it. Wait. It's intentional, actually.
Something pretty interesting about this trick, right, Alex?
Oh yes, very interesting. So if you have the unholy combo of having an AMD CPU and an NVIDIA GPU, you can't get that triple wall climb because for some reason physics are different when you go ahead and combine those things.
I think I was the first person to have that issue, so I just couldn't do that skip. And then Alex came along and I saw him doing a setup for it, and I stole it.
Yeah.
And then it was just me and him for a while that had to do it some really janky way while everyone else had an easy climb.
Yep. Imagine just not being able to do it because you have AMD in your PC. Like, why? I who knows?
I'm still curious if you do just AMD GPU and CPU, if it'll work.
Yeah, we have no idea why that changes anything. So if a dev could tell us that, please.
Your devs was really active on this game still. Yeah, quickly explain the map turn, I guess. So when we Q-turn and then immediately open the map, we can, by rotating map route, we can choose which way Faith rotates with the Q-turn as well. So we can literally do a 360 with the map using the map after a Q-turn. Quick turn.
Yeah.
And now, that one dash we did way earlier, we're now gonna teleport to that dash. Once again, using Massport, we're gonna start an animation. During that animation, we're gonna go to cancel the dash, which allows us to remain here. Then teleport us back. Animation is collectible.
We also just purchased double wall run, so
yes,
you can climb way higher now.
Got a CC it coming up in this next mission. Next mission actually has 3 cool skips to it. First of them being aptly named the Jackie Chan skip. The naming of it just reminds you of Jackie Chan stunts, so yeah, that's the naming of it. We'll see in there momentarily. I'll see when coming up. Also have elevator skip and fight skip in this, which is, you know, some of the hardest skips in the game. Fight skip definitely is like the hardest skip in the game, so
yeah.
This mission usually is the run killer.
I think that was the first use of double wall climb.
It was. Yeah. Now we can do 2 wall runs or 2 wall climbs at once instead of having just one of each.
Yep. It's also probably not noticeable, but he's spamming the down action with like coil and stuff when he lands on a landing pad. Because for some reason you get up like a couple seconds faster.
This is the Jackie Chan skip, which is just, we're supposed to get down here on the street level, we're supposed to do a lot of maneuvering around, going back and forth between in and out buildings, but we can just, you know, shimmy our way down, use those vents, what do you want to call them?
That was intended, don't lie to them, there's no other route.
Yeah, I don't even remember the
It's way too practical. It has to be intended.
Has to be. Now we have elevator skip coming up, which is one of the hardest skips in the game. I'll call it real quick. We're supposed to take this elevator up and ride it all the way up to that little doorway there, but instead, the talk about doing things is not the easiest. Now
we're doing the double wall climbs basically on the 2 walls here, and then there's just a tiny little ledge that you're able to jam yourself into if you can get the perfect height. So by getting just like the perfect flow and just like double wall climb exactly how you need to, you're able to just land on it and stand there and get all the way up. Saves like 20 seconds than riding the elevator, I think.
Yeah.
That's a skip that's gone through like a couple iterations of ways you can do it. And none of them are easy. People just keep finding different hard ways to do it.
Harder but faster ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming up is also the fight skip, which is the single hardest skip in the run. I'm just gonna go try to focus more on Alex tries his best to explain it.
Yeah, so it's not like it's just one skip or anything. The gist of it is we're gonna try to get out of bounds and get far enough away from a fight scene so that the ground unloads. It's really freaking cool.
Also,
but really annoying to do.
Fun little note here. Right now we have daytime. Start the cutscene. Nighttime. The game does have a day and night cycle. That's basically attached to cutscenes and what should we call it? Triggers. But since we skipped the whole elevator ride, skip the trigger that will turn the game nighttime. Yeah, here comes the skip.
Yep, so he's knocking out these couple guards to initiate like the second wave. And it is going to try and get on this light pole to then get down on this little lamp. Very slippery, it's not easy at all. It's super annoying. And then once he gets up there, he's going to be able to springboard on some invisible walls and then just kind of like run his way out and then just make his way back towards the safe house. His pause buffering, of course, and then he's gonna. Nice.
Made it.
Pause buffering is very useful in this game.
It is. It is slow. You can walk up with pause buffering, and you're going through this game with one small fail is actually very nice, very good, very good. So now what basically happening is, it's called fight skip because normally we're supposed to fight a whole lot of guards. It's like a long gauntlet of, you knock out some guards, more come in, knock out some guards, more come in. Right now what we're doing, we're basically running far away enough from the fight, and that causes the floor on the fight, the floor around the guards to despawn, basically. Floor despawns around the guards and they, they'll fall into the abyss and, they'll die. That's
for some reason this doesn't work on consoles.
Interesting. Also, you're gonna see here real quick. There's gonna be a cutscene where a new guard is gonna tough guard's gonna come down. You're gonna see below him the floor is gone. Look real quick right here. The floor is just gone. He's gonna fall into the abyss. There's nothing there. Then also Massport here. They take chip. Normally this cutscene teleport just back to the layer and we have to run away. But using Massport again, trigger an animation, we can skip the whole run back and stay here instead. Get to the safe house. Mission over. Boom. There we go. Is there something you want to explain?
Me?
I'm not sure if I cut one of you off, but something.
No, it's just.
No, you're good.
I was just saying how for some reason it doesn't work on the console version, and don't really know why.
And then
if anything, you'd assume it would deload the floor faster, but I guess not.
Console's just more powerful than PC. Floor's always there.
Never despawns. Unless use of Massport using the dash again. The same dash we did earlier. You get to use it twice in the run. To teleport closer instead of having to do a lot more orbital travel. Teleport closer.
Another crane, Icarus.
And get a chip and cancel it. Yeah.
Nice little C boost into a mag rope.
Oh yeah, that was a C boost.
You gonna try the slingshot?
I guess I could try the slingshot. Yeah.
Slingshot.
Slingshot is a cool. It's something we can't control. We haven't figured out how to do it yet. So I got a Prime sub for anybody who wants. Anyone who wants to try to find it.
I didn't get it, unfortunate. Don't worry about it.
Pretty much like as you're sliding down, you turn around, and if you go towards the edge, you're in like a weird frozen stance, and then if you hit the edge of the slope, it'll slingshot you off. But we can't control it.
Can't control where it launches you off. It launches you off at 1,000 kilometers per hour, like real super fast. And if you could control it and, you know, land on a checkpoint or something, it would be really nice, but you can't really control it. So. Unlucky. Fortunate.
Maybe we'll have a developer tell us how to do it.
Little corner wall run here. Same as okay, good. Same as the corner wall climb didn't release earlier. You just, you know, as the wall ends, we yank a camera real hard to the left, and that allows us to water on a 270-degree angle of the wall. Not normally intended, but yank the camera. All good. This mission is called Sanctuary, by the way, where basically what happened in the last mission is our lair got raided and our mentor got kidnapped. Now we're going to the terrorist organization that back in November we saw earlier. Ooh. Yeah.
Nice.
I can remember terrorist organization and they're gonna, you know, Sanctuary. It's the name. Sanctuary.
And this is, yeah, the Sanctuary for Black November. And this is when we meet some of the more terroristic characters.
Heka something. Leader
Rebecca
of the...
Black.
Let's not go there. The leader of the terrorist organization. The missions for her. Guess nothing better to do.
Yeah, our base got raided and our sugar daddy got deaded.
Dead? No.
Oh, he got kidnapped. We don't know that yet.
I think he's dead, but he's actually kidnapped. Others. It's a simple mission of just pushing some sentry drones that the Krugers trying to set up in the tunnels. Pushing them down the pits. That's what we're doing here.
One thing I did really like about this game over the original is you can rotate during your roll animation. So you're not like forced to roll into a wall or something.
Look at the zip boost there.
Ooh.
Sad.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah.
I'm so far behind.
There's a trick called zip boost in the game, which is, well, I missed both of the times. Could have been done. Fortunate. Basically, it works the same as a wall boost, but doing the wall, you do the zip line. Just let go of the zip lines, you get on it, it launches you off at very good speed.
Yeah, it gives you a bunch of speed while it tries to turn you the correct way.
Right. Do you happen to have any donations? Good.
No donations, but if you want to fill some dead air, I can give a little tidbit about the charity.
Go ahead.
All right. So, if you donate to this wonderful marathon, all proceeds will be going directly to Save the Children. For 100 years, Save the Children has been giving children in the United States and around the world a healthy start in life, the opportunity to learn, and protection from harm. When crisis strikes, they're always among the first to respond and the last to leave. They do whatever it takes to save children, transforming their lives and the future we share. So get some donations in and I guess, I don't know, try to make me laugh. So I screwed up.
Bet you can't do it. Bet you can't make them laugh.
But you can.
If you don't want to make them laugh, just remember, it's for the kids. For the kids. Thank you, Medios.
Of course.
What mission are we on?
We're on the mission of Viva la Resistance.
I'm super lost with that live split. I just don't even know what's happening.
Viva la Resistance, that's a really cool out of bounds skip. It's also really hard to execute. It's really hard to get into the out of bounds. Like, my god. It's so difficult. Absolutely one of the most difficult. Sure, you know sarcasm here. Yeah. In order to get out of bounds, there's a invisible wall here. Can't go through. We can also just crouch under it. Voila, we're out of bounds now. Very cool.
We call this Trexpo skip.
Yes. Trexpo skip was found by Namco Trexpo. Way back in the day. We're supposed to help Icarus there. He's trapped by a couple of turrets shooting at him and we're supposed to deactivate them. Yeah, but We're out of bounds, we're going fast, we don't go fast speedrunners, so we just leave him there. It's fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry about him.
Way back in the day, if you went inbounds in that room, the door would just be like open and you could break it. But then they were like, wait, this breaks our story, and they patched it. And that was like the only thing they ever patched.
The good old day 1, day 2 patches and...
Just one door.
Yeah. We were out of bounds, now we're back inbounds, but... This we skip the trigger, we, game is like, hey, you gotta go backwards. But no, there's another override trigger coming up later on we can use.
Yeah, you also gotta be careful, because since you're not really on the mission path in the game's eyes, you don't get checkpoints really.
True.
So if you die, you're gonna go really far back.
Don't die here. Those small skips here. You know, wall climb on that little slope there. Allows us to skip an entire floor running around, and then on the one here we're supposed to go all the way around this building, run through the floor, slowly make our way up, but we can just do another wall extension climb up here. And we'll skip down the floor. Nice.
There is a very, very rare chance that if he gets shot up in the next area, then he'll just die in one bullet for no reason. And we don't know why this happened, but sometimes you can just die in one shot.
I think it happens in Old Friends too.
Yeah, I think we first noticed it with like a guard kicking you and then you just die instantly. And it makes like an explosion sound when you die, so we called them kamikaze kicks.
Good old kamikaze kicks.
If you do that section right there too fast and you get onto the pole there, it actually doesn't move. It's stuck.
I wouldn't bother boosting in that hallway.
Auto scroller?
Couple more skips. We skip this floor by climbing through this wall here. Convenient, it doesn't actually exist to worry about it. This thing with this little climb here on this pole, we're out to skip another floor. Then one more floor skip with just a simple wall climb there. Literally just skip 3 floors there of, you know, it's running around the building, running away from turrets, but don't worry about it. 2 skips.
That skip was found by a guy called Sasuke Animator in his first ever playthrough when the game just came out. Because he just didn't know where to go and he climbed in there by accident.
Nice.
Also a little out of bounds section here. Ooh. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh no no.
It's all good, it's all good. Now we get a cutscene and there's an invisible hook here floating in the air. We get you out of it, don't worry about it. We're invulnerable to the cutscenes. No biggie.
Nice. I didn't know you were invulnerable there. That's interesting.
I just found out in our practice run with Alex. Just accidentally didn't skip it and I realized, wait a minute. Thought would I not die? Very cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Here comes finally the payoff for the Metagrid mission we set up way earlier. And I'm gonna allow Hekathon to take over and talk about this skip coming up.
Sure. So we're gonna load up the mission, the Metagrid. You can do this in other missions, I think. I think one guy did it in another one. So we're gonna start this mission, but we're not gonna like start it because this mission has 2 start states. So you load in, and then when you get close enough, that's when the mission's gonna start. To these red orbs. But we're not gonna go to the red orbs. We're just gonna die to like kind of cancel the mission, but not really. Now the game is constantly stuck looking for like a mission start because it's supposed to trigger one when you get close enough to it. But now we've taken the mission start away, we're gonna load up release, and then we're gonna abort release, which will place us in the lair close enough to a antenna. I forget what we called them earlier.
Security hub.
And then we're basically security hub, that's the one. And then we're just gonna get pulled through the floor because if a mission starts with an animation, and the mission start gets called, and then you're just gonna do the animation. So you get pulled over there. And this skips a pretty big fight.
Yeah, it skips this entire fight. This guy's beating me around. You would have normally fight those guys first and then disable security hub and disable turrets around you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be in here yet, so it's kind of lucky that you can break that thing down from the outside. Otherwise, you'd just be stuck.
Yeah, you're supposed to break from the inside, but that was more.
Yeah, we had a couple of these happen by accident, and we spent a long time trying to figure out why they happened. But we just didn't put the pieces together with the Metagrid mission until a developer named Slice Lime actually showed us how it worked. Because we donated to his charity live stream. So there you go. Charity helps more than just people that need it.
Nice. Donate to the devs so they tell the secrets of the game. Simple. Okay, and now we're gonna buy some combat upgrades because next mission is like the only one mission we actually are forced to fight people. Well, we have extra points and we have upgrade plus we no longer need the movement upgrades, so put them on the combat upgrades to make the combat easier and faster.
Yeah, but for the most part, we're just going to be climbing walls and then quick turning and pretty much Goomba stomping everybody.
Yeah.
So it just does the most damage.
You again. Disappointed?
So spoilers.
I don't care either way.
This is our
He's
sister.
dead soon. My father
No,
was
you did
raised
not.
from
Oh
the
my
ground.
goodness.
I did.
Oh,
Plot twist.
Most people probably completely missed what's happening in the story anyway, so fine. I guess to catch up with the story, just a tiny bit. Yeah, Alera got raided. Our mentor, Sugar Daddy, as I could put it, got captured. Thought he was dead. Now we got some information to find out he's not actually dead. So now we're gonna break into a Kruger's server place to get information on where he could be. Try and save him. Get that information by interrogating out of that high Kruger's executive that we caught in the previous mission. Yeah, we caught a high exec guy. And it turns out that the executive we captured is also our sister.
Yeah. Epic plot twist.
Epic plot.
This game is a reboot of the first game, so anyone that played the first game, which is a lot of people, pretty much just knew that instantly because she has the same name.
Yeah. People who already knew about Faith having a sister, it was pretty obvious in the first kid kill.
Right of VTOL?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, also now we're in the final area of the game called the View. Beautiful area. Real nice and chill area.
It loves to eat your FPS.
That too, but I have a 39.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I went there flexing. Sorry.
I'm so
This is my favorite area because it's pink, and that's it.
Real pink.
I like pink.
I think this is the first time you see trees too, right?
It is.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
These two still exist. Yeah, we're just now running to the mission start. This here. Start. Now we're supposed to
I'm at the waypoint.
catch a VTOL. One of those things you see floating around. It's similar to those things you see floating around, and we're supposed to ride it. And if we are fast enough, we get to. Instead of having to chase it, it will chase us.
Never thought of it like that.
Little quick climb there. We're not supposed to get up here, and we'll skip the whole building. We're supposed to go inside the building and go around, but let's skip the whole building like this. And now we're ahead of the plane. We're supposed to catch. Oh, never mind.
I don't think we mentioned yet, but another perk of buying quick turn is you can climb up a wall and then hit quick turn and then jump, and you'll just go even higher on the same wall.
Oh yeah, the key don't jump. That's true.
And we use that in like a buttload of places to just get way higher than we should.
I can actually properly say that death you just saw there, actually the first time that death has ever happened to me. So there you go. First time for everything. Now because of that death we're actually behind the plane we need to catch. Fortunate.
Yeah. If it hasn't been obvious already, you can chain collision boosts into bunny hops.
Oh yeah. Famous wall boost.
And that's the pretty much absolute best way of moving around. It's wherever you can do that, you should be trying to do that.
Yeah, we
There's
have.
not-
Yep, go on.
There's not too many places in the main runs to do a bunch of bunny hops most of the time. There's a couple like cool combos and stuff, but dashes are where the bunny hops really shine.
Yeah.
Get tons of speed and do a bunch of bunny hops.
They made the mistake of letting you move before the time starts, so people just go like 10 miles back and do a million B hops to save half a second.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, jeez, okay.
He's also just grabbed a checkpoint and reloaded the game to progress quite decently further into the level.
That is an intentional death. We grab a checkpoint right before we die. And here I'm about to do a skip. I will try it a few times. I am really bad at this skip, but it's a really cool skip. Try it a few times. It happens. Alex can kind of explain why I try and focus on this.
Yeah, door drop. It's pretty much if you can press open at the correct time, you could open the door without dying. What sucks is that you can do it too early. You can still get the animation and still die. So it's a hefty timing kind of thing.
You could see it. You could kind of see it there, but it's a little bit too late. So it hit the ground before the door open. Because what's supposed to happen is I open the door, but don't die. One more time. Nope. It'll be done. It is a real cool skip. And you kind of saw the gist of it was supposed to happen. Grab the door and not die, but I'm not gonna be out here for 5 minutes trying to make this happen. Because I am very bad at the skip personally. I never do this in my own runs. Everybody else kind of does it. I'd never do this. I'm just bad at it.
We had a big vote a long time ago on whether or not to allow FPS limiting during the skip. Turns out we said nah.
Yeah, so this engine is Frostbite. Oh, spy This engine is Frostbite. And most people familiar with Frostbite will know that if it drops below 30 FPS, then the game speed goes down with it. And the lower your frame rate, and the lower the game moves. But anything above 30 is always the same speed.
That's all that, by the way. Get off.
Yeah. Oh no, that's finished. I talk way too much.
Well, with the one more instance of float we get to use in this run, which is a really cool skill, but we don't get to really use it much. It's the second instance we get to use it on. It's used more in 100%, but 100% is a whole nother beast. Not here to talk about that.
Fake category, whatever.
The only true category.
Remember being a young lad and watching a new Mazku do 13 hours of Mirror's Edge catalog.
First 100% run and semi-blind. Good time, I enjoy. It does get a bit old after 15 hours though.
Yeah.
I'm at the lobby.
Here's the forced fight about the upgrades, well, we just basically just get about and Cuba stomp onto everybody. Yeah, rinse repeat.
Yeah, you need to kill like a certain amount of guys and then you'll get a dude spawn at the top. And once you take him out, it will spawn some other guys and then the game will start waiting for a train to come. That's the dude.
That's not the dude yet. Gotta kick these guys' asses.
Oh.
Here comes the dude. Wait, no. Who hit me? Who hit me? This guy's hit me after he died. Nice.
Nice.
I've actually never seen that before. Everyone else got hit after he died. Well, he didn't die, I got knocked out.
Yeah, these guys are pretty stupid. You can just like keep walking around and they'll chase you, or you can like there's a guy hanging off the ceiling there. Or you can just like climb on a light and the AI will just completely bug out.
Why did we see that? Glad you mentioned it. But yeah, that's done. We just have to wait around with that guard. If he attack him, more guards will spawn, so it's better just wait around.
Going back to the Metagrid, as we said earlier, it's as well as using it for the sequence break we did, it's also useful for just spawning closer to Dogen's lair.
Guess somebody want to talk about Dogen a bit?
Yeah, so he's kind of like a criminal overlord kind of dude, but he ends up doing the most good guy stuff in the game. So I guess he's kind of the only good guy, really.
And I need a favor.
Yeah, I guess he's kind of like chaotic neutral or like lawful neutral. I don't know, whatever. But he's the one who kept you safe in prison and gave you a new name when you came out, and you're doing missions to get him some blueprint. I forget what you get for him in Benefactor. Or the Benefactor was for him, that's right. You've taken down a building for him.
Yeah, so like,
yeah, go on.
you owe him a shitload of money.
That's right.
And then you like find some blueprint and he buys it off you pretty much.
Pretty
I
much.
think.
Well, that's just, it's more in the motion. The blueprint is actually more than just a blueprint. It's basically what they said very early in the run. It's basically like a doomsday machine. Kruger's gets to deploy the blueprint, get rid of the free will of the people, and slave everybody. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much like that. Yes, we definitely needed world-ending stakes in our hardcore messenger game.
If your video game is not a complete world-saving pirate fantasy, is it even a video game?
Says I'm not. I don't know. Hardcore, a way to save the world. Feel nice. This mission we're breaking into high stakes, basically prison where Kruguse keeps most of its. Well, it's just a prison underground, hidden from regular eye, where Kruguse keeps all the high priority targets who could bring them down. We are here to try and find the mentor that was kidnapped a few missions back. That's why we're here.
Our sugar daddy Noah.
Our sugar daddy.
He's like, he's your dad, man. Ugh, my lord, what are you doing?
Force the dad, sugar daddy.
Surrogate father. Oh, disgusting.
All those skip there. Instead of having to slide down that slide, we just go down it and a bit faster.
Yeah, annoyingly we could skip this entire level. You can just very easily float to the end, but there's no override triggers anywhere, so just kind of get stuck.
Fortunate. There are a lot of ways to clip out of bounds this mission. Straight go to the end and that, but there's not enough override triggers to allow us to skip the whole mission. Which is unfortunate, because it is for the most part, pretty boring mission. There's no real skips here, there's no boost here, it's just you.
It was really boring until kick clipping was found, and that was a pretty cool skip.
Let's have a cool skip at the end, which you will see in a minute or two.
We make use of Faith's plump bottom.
Yeah, that. What you call it?
Plump bottom.
Plump bottom.
Plump means like round and big.
I'm gone thick, but
yeah,
there is a huge difference, all right? Thick and plump. Get it right.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretty much jam it through a wall to hit a checkpoint in the middle of like a big skip. It's not that big, but
it's fairly big. It's like 20 seconds or something. Pretty big.
yeah.
Keep is coming right up here. Same as we did in Benefactor, we open up this vent and then we'll just kick into it. Flip into it. There. Go. Jump on top of the vent and then we're out of bounds now. Here comes the bottom to the wall there. There we go, we put that one button to the wall. Here we touch this wall to activate a cutscene. And that's basically a mentor, we came to save him, but we just got there a little bit slowing down, now he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
You didn't get your relationship meter high enough, come on.
Yeah, should have talked to him more.
Should have gone back to the layer one, yeah.
That's true. Yeah. The mission we came to save him, we got to him in time, we're still alive, but right as we did get to him, the Kruger takes out, just kills him. And yeah, he's dead now. Good mission. There it is. But it's elevator up and the mission is over. Also here you can see over there is where we started the mission. Wait, there. Yeah, that's where we started the mission. The detector is floated way down all the way to the elevator and then up, but There is no override trigger on this button.
Also here, if you don't move, the AI can target you, and the thing you're standing on only actually has one-way collision, so it will just shoot you through the floor once you're high enough up.
I've had that happen before.
Pretty
Thought I
BM.
was hiding behind it, but put me through. I'm like, okay, cool, run dead, thank you. That'll be the mission.
It's one of my favorite missions. It's got good movement.
But next in the story,
I don't know, where are we?
the family matters, right? Yeah,
I think at this point Rebecca's like trying to kill the hostage, and we're just like, we don't want to be here anymore, so we're trying to.
I think that happened
Find a way
early.
out.
Happened early, actually. I think there, the hostage has now been rescued by Rugasek.
Oh, our boy Icarus got injected with a. What's it called?
Reflection.
Reflection. Yeah.
That's what we had
They,
the
they
illusion
like
for.
they like jabbed him and they let him go because I don't think we know yet, but a reflection is like a nanobot or something that goes inside your skin and controls the way you think.
That's what they're using it for, but they're trying to sell it as like an upgraded version of the grid link or something.
It's the
Grid link that connects
best
them.
cutscene in the game right here.
Or should I skipped it? Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say
basic.
best.
What media
It's
said?
like a
Government
really
bad.
good one.
Government bad. We kicked the government ass.
Yeah,
Save the world.
pretty much.
Quietly.
Plastic. I'm at the waypoint.
Government gave up putting things in the water. Just put it inside you instead.
No, it's dead. Sister works for Kruger. My mom worked for Reflection. Nothing in this world. That's basically the cutscene that happened there.
Yeah, so you may recognize this from earlier with the VTOL and chasing it and such. We selected that mission again and we're going a different way. And like we talked about an hour ago, if you were here, we're just going to run far enough away that it cancels.
Incentive for acting out the cutscenes. You know, I thought of that maybe. Maybe, you know, to have the incentive to act out the final cutscene. But, you know, I thought of it, but I realized it's probably
You'd need someone to punch you in the face.
This is true.
I would have donated for that. Come on now.
I thought better of it.
Next year.
I spared us all. But yeah, we had a better incentive anyways. Which was actually met, which is a little Easter egg we show. The final mission of this game. Thank you for getting that in. Oh my god, what just happened?
Maz, where are you going?
There's another thing that can happen in this game where you can activate a mag rope during a vault, and you kind of don't really finish the vault animation, so you just fling forwards with the mag rope velocity instead.
Yeah. Probably used in aisles and dashes, I imagine.
Yeah.
Say for proper runs.
It's not very easy to do.
Not safe for actual runs. Actual
Definitely
runners.
not.
Shots fired.
Fired.
We're in an art gallery now.
Go through
If
it.
anyone was wondering, which probably nobody was.
Good story, come on, man. Sure, people are more focused on the story than the actual run. It's a good story at the end of the day. Another mission where there's really nothing to it. It's just be as fast as possible. Do a couple boosts there. Real cool. And the only real skip here is just we skip a floor here. That's it. A little springboard one here. I'll skip one floor, moving around. Get smacked by a card. Feels good. Oh, whoa. That's it. There's the skips in the mission, fortunately.
Yeah, there's an orange hallway coming up, which the Mirror's Edge 1 fans would probably appreciate.
Also, before that, tuna. Here's a fan would appreciate.
Let them try.
Pretty sure that the hallway is a reference to the first game. As a similar one.
Okay. Gonna put in little Kruger, chapter 6.
Yep.
I'll just sit over here, not having played the first one that much.
Oh, good.
Didn't seem to be any other options.
We're here for Catalyst up Mirror's Edge. Oh, good.
Good. I'm sick of hiding.
It's all Mirror's Edge,
Kruger's
though.
has no clue where
What do you mean?
It is, but the people who don't really see it that way.
What are we doing in this mission? We getting Kruger's
Kruger's
thumbprint?
grid print to get access to Gabriel Kruger's, the bad guy's files and information, and in order to upload some virus into the virus that destroys the virus
Shotgun
or
in
something.
place.
Shit.
Connecting.
Fight virus with virus?
Yes. Oh, we got cutscene, nice. Sometimes you can't skip that cutscene no matter how
We don't
you
get
try.
to see Zombie Kruger. Oh.
No zombie Kruger. Try a little wall run here. Double corner wall run. Hell yeah. One skippy happiness. Push.
Wow, really?
There's a little cool cutscene of us traveling around it with this drone, but it's slow. It takes a long time, so skip it instead. Speedrunning.
Speed.
Plastic Slayer, you gotta come here to trigger another cutscene. Activate the next mission.
Oh, it hurts.
I'm sorry.
I think from here,
Cases, the gestation process can
we
be
pretty much don't
slow.
really go anywhere other than this room and the hub.
There, yeah, pretty much.
Just keep alternating between them.
At Plastic Slayer, all the important characters of the story there. Yeah. Go there, we do a mission that happens to be close to the lair, then go back there, trigger the next mission which also goes to the lair. So this is the second to last mission, so we are closing on to the end of the run.
I'm sure everyone that has ever played this game will agree that this is the worst mission in existence.
Yes, it really is. It really is.
It wouldn't be too bad if it was just like cycle based, but the thing with this is the things that are on cycles and they're moving, those are the broken things. Like when you vault them, you'll just clip through them and you'll vault over them and stuff like that.
And they're very slippery and
I'm there.
Bouncy.
Connecting you.
And it's so shit to the point that we don't even open them up to climb on them. We just
I'm gone.
grab the
yeah,
things that are on the wall instead.
what do you call that? Coil grabbing? I don't know what you. That coil grabbing? Basically, press the
Yeah.
coil button, which for some reason allows us to grab those platforms before activating them.
Yeah,
Saves time and it's just easier than trying to use slippery platforms.
that's a nice C boost.
Isn't that?
And that was the first time we saw a wave dance. So if you punch while you're in that like super fast state, instead of bunny hopping, you can it like slows down your deceleration, but not stops your deceleration. You know,
It too.
Yeah.
keep your
it
speed
on.
a little bit.
What tower we have to climb again? Well, in this the platforms are already opened up default, so
Yeah, this is where it gets scary because they're just so broken and you slide off them.
yeah, when you're newer to the game, you die in this mission a lot. This mission doesn't really have checkpoints. The only checkpoints are the towers themselves. So if you die, you teleport back all the way back to the previous tower. And it's a lot of time lost in the runs. But luckily, done this enough to have found ways to make it simple. You
What
see,
he means to say is he does it the easy way.
that is true. There are harder ways to do these towers as well. They are a bit faster, but I've just stuck to these. Same as the first tower again. We instead of activating platforms, we just coil grab onto them. Cool.
Yeah, you see that the hitbox for them kind of trails behind the animation a bit.
It's a mission. 3 towers and now well, back to the lair.
Plastic, is there anything
While we run back, can I tell the story of how we smuggled collision boosts?
Go ahead.
So, when this game was announced, they had a public beta, Was it no, I think it was closed actually.
It was close.
But
It was closed.
it was closed, but everyone seemed to have a key somehow. And everyone was just finding like a bunch of glitches and posting them on Reddit. So we were basically like a free QA team for them. And pretty much everything that got found got patched, except for one thing that I found, which was the collision boost. And I didn't tell a single person because I knew that it would get patched. And then that's the only thing that I found that made it into the final game. And that's the thing you see where he keeps getting like launched forwards.
Did Submit get everyone keys? Is that the story? I got mine without him.
I got mine from some random guy on Twitch. I was like, "Yeah, I speedrun the first game," and he was like, "Yo, that's sick," and he gave me a key.
Nice. Yeah, we're coming up to the... Damn story?
Yeah.
Coming up to the final mission of the game. I was at the beginning of this final mission, well, fairly beginning of the final mission. It was a donation incentive for the run for a little Easter egg. See it here, coming up the mission. It's a bit finicky to get to. I might die a couple times trying, but it'll be worth a while.
We didn't get the hint on the loading screen.
No, we did not.
Sad.
Got it though.
Pretty rare one, I think.
It might have happened when none of us focused on it. I don't know if you guys were focused on it. I was definitely not.
I've had my eyes closed this whole time.
Yeah. Run eyes close. It's true. Here's another little homage to the original game as well. Running on top of some trains, dodging some lights hanging off the roof, but we don't actually need to dodge this. We can just place pat them head on. Doesn't even hurt. Don't worry about it.
Faith will remember this.
She's had such a head trauma, she won't remember any of it.
Oh.
I think this is also a reference to the first game with riding on a train.
That's what I just said.
I think Heggie's sleeping.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just want to butt in
okay.
real quick and let you know that this is actually a reference to the first game.
Go away.
Okay. Big rat Easter egg. Instead of going the normal way, going up those platforms, we go back where we came from. Train tracks. Travel a little backwards on these. You gotta dodge some trains in between, so we'll tight jump here. Gosh,
Where you going, man? There's nothing this way.
Trust me, there's something this way. Trust me. You think there's nothing here, but actually something.
Doesn't look like there's anything. Are you okay?
Have faith. Have faith. Have faith.
Okay.
Get it?
Whoa, dude, her name's Faith. That's cool.
Glad he caught it. One more train dodged, and now we land on this platform. See a train coming, but also something else train coming. Reference again to the previous game. Not the rat the size of a car, but it's a rat the size of a train. And it kills us, and that's the Easter egg. Woohoo!
I love it.
It is a cool Easter egg. It's something you don't normally find in normal gameplays, because who goes there?
That officially named Scruffy.
Scruffy? Is that the official name?
Also, you're supposed to be like dodging the collapsing platforms and stuff here, but you can just walk up the beam.
Just walk up the beam, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Scruffy was the name.
So now they know
Yeah, the shard, the last mission is very simple when it comes to speedrunning. There is the coolest skip in the game is in this mission, but it's also one of the easiest skips, and I said the only skip you have in this mission. But it is the coolest skip that is coming up. It was using swings that are just broken in this game. We'll see them, but first we gotta ride some elevators, ride the only fan in this game, and ride some pipes.
You just say only fan.
He did.
Uh-oh.
The only real tech that we kind of make use of is trying to get the first cycle on the fan. As long as you go fast enough, you can usually get it. It's not too hard.
Yeah, too hard. Oh, no, I got some. Can I make it? I'm sure I can. I think I actually missed it. I actually missed it. Let's not go to the guard.
Oh my god,
Shame.
it's not too hard.
5 seconds lost.
Slow, bro.
And this is a cool little fan we have to write up.
This seems pretty cool, but when I first played this game, it seemed to be the thing that most people complained about because it was immersion breaking or something.
More immersion. Oh no! I thought that was one of the coolest things in the entire game when I first got it.
Yeah.
This is great.
I think you actually do that twice if you go through this level
Yes.
the intended way.
That's why I said the only fan. You get it now.
Yeah. We got a big surprise coming up. Well, it's not
Is
surprising
it
anymore.
plump or is it thick?
The plump is a prize.
It's pretty big.
But yeah, small speed tech there. We did a little wall climb to skip a small trigger. It's a trigger at the bottom of that pipe. If you do a small wall climb to get on the middle of the pipe, you do the trigger. Which, you know, normally we'd have to dodge some debris from on top of us, but you know, skip the trigger for the debris and just keep going. Don't worry about it.
I think you actually die if you skip poles here. I think you actually have to grab poles.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure if you like try and climb up the shaft without using poles, you just die.
I've reached some sort of atrium.
I love the shaft those in poles.
I remember trying that once. And it just killed me when I got too high.
How do
I've never
you-
seen this many trees before.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. There's the only tree in the city here. Like the only real tree.
On the real tree.
Tree of life.
It's too bad.
Yeah. Also, this thing he's standing on like can randomly take longer to go up.
Very cool.
Some good RNG.
Yeah, shut up. Take my lines.
Sorry.
Good medias. But yeah, the cool skip coming up right now.
Yeah,
We're
Liam,
gonna-
shut up.
We're gonna go to a pipe. Gonna go to the swing and then we go back to the pipe. The game gets confused. No, did I fail it? Failed it. Again. Pipe, swing, pole, pipe. There we go. Now the game gets confused. It doesn't know if we're on a pipe or on a pole. And it allows us to, for some reason, climb infinitely upwards. And then because we use a pipe and a pole to do this skip. It's aptly named the pipe hole. Pipe hole skip. Very cool. And conveniently, now that we can literally just hold W and climb upwards, you'll see in a moment as we flip through the roof there. Final platform where the final cutscene plays on this mission happens to be conveniently straight above us. No, not to the left, not to the right, just straight above us. We can climb this pipe infinitely. And as Media's already all my lines. A thrill. Screw you, Medias. Do that.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
There's a direct quote from one of the lead devs of this game who said this is the most convenient thing he's ever seen.
And
This game had yeah, that's pretty much it. This game had a really good relationship with the developers and speedruns. We had a couple of them in our Discord for a while. They provided us with stuff like documents explaining where all of the loading dependencies are, and
oh,
like I said earlier,
Hey.
they explained how some of the glitches work. They were just really nice in general.
they also like think this skip was so convenient they decided not to patch it.
Yeah, so they pretty sure one of them said at one point they didn't bother patching any of this stuff because they knew we would just downpatch their game anyway. So there was no point.
Yeah, you can see the platform
And then
above me. This is where the final cutscene happens. Very convenient. That's a dig.
No, I just like looking at the shadow while I climb this. That's it.
There is the shadow, but yeah. Videos, time coming up as I bust through the door. And time. Easy. Still made it under estimate.
Nice.
That was the run. That was
That was a really good run.
That was a fairly good run, actually. Went through without any real major mistakes, and cutscene happens here. Go watch a bit of it.
The cutscene.
129 real time in this game is faster than my PB. Good job.
I mean, you haven't seriously run the game for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Music Catalyst, and that's how the story ends. Fight your sister. Nah, we don't have to watch the rest of it. Pretty cringe. So. Keeping it. Right. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for having me in Hekathon. Thank you for all the donations you boys had. 3,000 bucks already. For the kids. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys have any finishing words?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all. Goodbye.